never sleeps, and neither do the dreamers who build its pulse. From every corner of the globe they come. Visionaries, creators, leaders, each carrying a spark ready to ignite the world. This is not an event. It's a revolution of rhythm and reason. A symphony of minds. A movement of momentum. Sifu Rafael, Lancelot, Jose Escobar. Together they set the stage for brilliance. This is the NYC Experience Mastermind. Light up the city. They coming from the east, coming from the west. Knowledge on deck, put the truth to the test. Leaders in motion, hearts in sync, dropping wisdom so deep it'll make you think. They bring stories, sweat and flame, different faces, one shared name. Elevation, that's the sound. NYC Experience Mastermind, where purpose is found.
Oh. Yo, what's up, Jose? I swear to God.
Yes, good morning. Good morning.
Up right on time. I love it. How you doing, Jose?
All is well. How are you guys?
That was beautiful. That was, I don't know what you got. Like, he wasn't there, and as soon as it was over, he was right there. I said, all right.
Actually, I was here. You just didn't see me, but I was here.
Oh, all right. All right. But that was perfect timing. Oh, good morning, Dr. Martha. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing great. This is
Excellent.
early, guys. I'm not an early person.
Yeah.
We change people's perspective. You know that, right?
Yes.
You get the last energy of Martha, but let's do it.
Good morning, Angelina. Angelina's in the house. Good morning.
Good morning,
There is no
Angelina.
less energy of Martha. Martha is a high energy human
Energy
being.
person,
Period.
yes. High vibration.
Look right behind me.
Boom. Oh, yeah.
Tampa, Tampa, Tampa.
Let's
Tampa,
go.
Oh yeah,
Tampa.
I'm in Chicago, guys. So yesterday was one of the coldest days. It was like probably like -1 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh
So
my
I
goodness.
can't wait for Tampa.
Yes.
Well, I moved away from Chicago specifically because I used to walk to work, walk to the train, get the train, walk to work. And I said, this is unusually cold. I mean, colder than cold. It was -56 with the wind chill.
Ooh,
Wow. Out Cleveland is cold. It's not that
not
cold.
that cold. Yeah. Well, New York is cold right now. Also, it's been freezing the last couple of days.
But what you don't know is that when Martha yesterday walked on the streets, things started to melt. I'm telling you.
Because she's hot, hot, hot.
Yes, that energy. That's right. Yes.
What
Yeah,
did
we
everybody
had our first snow here in New
Oh.
York.
Yeah,
What-
it was.
It was
First
nothing. It
snow,
was
it was
nothing.
so beautiful. I took a drive
It was
up
beautiful.
north. It was
Really.
just
When you have to shovel it, it doesn't become beautiful. Because
Lancelot, that's why you have
snowblower.
children. See,
Hmm?
Jose's got it. He's got 6 kids. He's never gonna have to worry about shoveling, cutting the
Yes.
grass, raking leaves.
Well,
He's
that's
got
true.
it. Washing dishes.
Well, he's got 3 powerful girls. That's why.
There you go. Taking care of business.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys, I still haven't seen all these photos. I get people telling me how many photos are on Facebook, but I'm not seeing these on LinkedIn. So I feel like it's time get some of those photos on LinkedIn so people understand business and socializing. They go
Yeah,
together.
Jose's going to take care of that. Can I share something special with you guys? Would that be okay?
Yes.
All right, take a look.
Un soffio e la mia voce, un soffio e la mia voce, who wants to be the kind of speaker that people feel long after the words are gone?
Who does want to be there?
Beautiful.
Nice.
So don't forget Friday, Monique is having an incredible special class. And I'm going to throw that QR code up here at different times. So if you are not in it, take your phone out, look at the QR code, and sign up, people. Sign up.
What time
And
is that?
I will tell you, I had a week with I'm sorry, I had an hour with Monique, but it felt like a week. It was 3 days ago, and it's still
Wow.
working on me. What the insights that she gave me were a little surprising, because she's listening to your voice. She's not listening to the jibber jabber, the words that come out. She's actually listening to your voice, and she busted me so hard about my heart. And like, you're not giving your whole heart. And I thought, I've been protecting my heart for decades. How dare you be able to hear that I'm keeping that to myself? And she changed it so much, and it was in an instant. And so I opened my heart to her, and it immediately changed the invitation. And the next day, she doesn't know this, but I'm going to tell you, the next day, I had my very first 10K day. I made $10,027 in one day.
Let me get that. Keep that up there for a second.
That's the day after
Wow.
working with Monique for 1 hour. She is powerful, and she is not a typical coach. She's not going to tell you
What you
need
want
to
to
be
hear.
doing all the it's never going to be what you've already heard. It is well worth getting an hour with her. And if you can get on that Friday call, absolutely. But if not, still go find her.
Oh my goodness. Emily, thank you. And the truth is, I'm not magic. I'm just bringing you back to you and reminding you of who you truly are and how magnificent you are. So, yay, Emily. We had a blast.
It is magic.
Clap. One hand clap.
Then if you can't do that, just snap.
That is amazing. I've got to say, Monique is powerful, not only in how she shows up, but how she adds value to others and how she can impact other people. So it just comes. I told you, there's an aura about Monique that just when you walk around, you have this magnetic piece around you, right? And I'm not surprised based on what Emily just said in the testimonial here live on social media. I mean, that was powerful. I mean, I'm not surprised at all, as a matter of fact. And can you put up the QR code one more time? I didn't even have like 1 second to scan it. I'm going to scan it real quick.
Yeah, just leave it up there for a minute, because sometimes it takes. This is a little early o'clock for a lot of us.
It's early o'clock.
I'm ready for lunch, by the way. But listen.
That's because you get up too early.
Get your phone out. QR code. Can I tell you the price that you're going to pay for this? If you don't do it, maybe you need to get punched in the face, because this is one that you need.
No, we don't need violence in order to.
I mean, in a nice way,
Sifu.
like this kind of.
Let your higher self bring you.
I wanted to make it accessible to my New York mastermind community, New York City mastermind community. And this is all about the power of your voice. And the thing that most people don't realize is their voice is their superpower. And I love sharing this with people, especially speakers and entrepreneurs, because whether you're speaking one-to-one or one-to-many, you need to know this. You need to have this, what I call speaker's edge. So I'm super excited to share this with my darling New York Experience Mastermind.
And she's absolutely right, because your voice is your brand more than your logo, more than your website, more than your social media. Because when people finally meet you, they're going to remember your voice. They may remember the words you say. They're going to remember the impact, but it's because that's carrying through your voice. It's absolutely key. Business, personal relationships, It's always
Absolutely.
going to be about your voice.
Absolutely. Amen.
I'm going to say one thing that
Big
Monique,
Mo, what's going on? I saw Big Mo out there.
I'm going to say one thing. Yeah, Big Mo is an incredible human being, and he is probably going to be in Tampa with us.
Nice.
But here's the thing. Monique said something really important, and I want everybody to please pay attention. She said New York City community, the New York City Mastermind Experience community. And it doesn't matter if you were not at this one, but even if you were at the first one, the second one, the third one, if you're considering coming to Tampa, you are automatically being
Part of
in
the
our community. You're coming into our community. Can I tell you? I can't say it yet, but New York City Mastermind Experience, we had two incredible performances, one by Monique and the other one by John Rickenbacker.
Oh my God, he was awesome.
He was. I have another celebrity who's going to be joining us in Tampa. I can't tell you yet because I'm talking to him today at 9:30. So listen for the post later today because I know he's going to blow your mind. And here's the cool thing. And I know Jose knows him. And some of you may know him. But here's the thing. This guy, you just the price of admission to see him, just like the price of admission to see Monique, it's nothing, literally. When Monique charges millions of dollars to be on a stage and we got her on ours, wow.
And Sifu, you're going to post that on LinkedIn too, not just Facebook, right?
Emily,
Yes,
we're going to
Emily.
get you into a special, only private Facebook group.
I'm not going to be there.
You're not on Facebook.
Listen to me. I'm going to
out.
guide you, just like Monique
No,
guided you.
No, I'm out. I was on it for 23 years. I'm done. I cut the cord, baby. I'm out. I'm
Okay.
Instagram and LinkedIn. That's where my life
Oh,
happens.
so we could definitely Instagram and LinkedIn. They'll be there, right?
No.
They'll be there. But here's the thing: we already have sponsors
Woo.
for Tampa.
Yay.
We're going to have two special panels this time. Two. Martha, do you want to talk about a panel by any chance?
Yes, it would have been amazing for me to have my book here. It's called I Am Limitless. This is a book that we collaborate as an anthology of different authors across the country that talk about challenges they overcame. Interesting enough, this is a very interesting aspect about that book. It has the Fibonacci sequence at the front cover. It's the Fibonacci spiral. And if you know anything about the Fibonacci sequence, it's an infinite sequence that you can find in the helix of our genes, to the wave when it curves, to the star formation in the galaxy. That being said, God has been telling us that we're infinite, that we're limitless. So I'm excited for this panel because you're going to hear about different authors within the book who share their limitless journey just to be a reflection, a mirror that you too are limitless. So this is going to be very inspirational, very powerful, because when I do panels, it's not just about motivation. I'm a businesswoman. So I talk to my panelists about different topics. Maybe that time we'll talk about marketing and how they use different marketing strategies to get more eyeballs into their business, to get more services and more products sold. So that might be the twist to bring it back into business, because business is like my life. I love it.
That's one of the panels, and Martha's going to be running that panel. And then we have another panel that's going to be by one of our sponsors, and I'm not going to share that yet. But just understand that every New York City Mastermind Experience is different. Can I tell you, I've been teaching Kung Fu forever. One of my locations has been open for 30 years. I've never taught the same class twice, ever. Why? Yes, we do want to do repetition. We do want to be used to what we're about to do, but don't we want a challenge? Don't we want a different experience? Isn't life about living? Just thought I'd share that.
Ladies, we gotta get our bathing suit spotty on.
Sifu's mind body method will help you, right, Jose?
I was like, oh my God,
Jose's
he's
coming in
totally
a
going to say,
Speedo.
Sifu's mind body method. I go for a walk every day. I'm ready. Bring it on. I got my suit.
Yes.
I could get into it today.
Hello,
No
Mo.
problem. What is,
Big
Sifu,
Mo.
what's the breakdown? So what's the breakdown if somebody wants to come to Tampa and say yes to it? What are the different levels that they can come in at, and what's the difference between them?
Absolutely. So we have a 2-day event, general admission.
What are the dates? What are the dates for Tampa?
Thank you for this, for pushing it along. So Tampa is February 27th through March 1st. The 2-day general admission is February 28th through March 1st. Now, if somebody can only come February 27th through 28th, which you already have somebody doing that, that's fine. It's a 2-day general admission. If we did, so that's general. VIP, because Jose, how do I roll anytime I go anywhere?
How we roll is VIP anywhere we go.
I don't know any other way. I listen, for this past event, I was in the back, but normally I'm always in the front. Always in the front. So VIP is 3 days. It's a 3 days, an excursion. We're doing all kinds of things. We already secured a space close to Tampa because our hotel will probably be in Tampa, but this location is huge. It's huge, and we get 3 special rooms. So I've already secured it. It's all set. It's going to be incredible. But here's the cool thing. The people that are going to be in the event, Tampa's going to get hotter. Tampa doesn't know that it's going to become Arizona in a split second the minute that room opens up. So February 27th through March 1st. General admission is 2 days. VIP is 3 days. We have sponsorship availability. The best thing that you could possibly do is to get into the room is text 516-242-8732. We have only 12 spots left. Nope, sorry. 10 spots left for speakers. If anybody wants to be a speaker, we have, sorry. I'm looking at my numbers and it's 9 now. 9 spots left for speakers. So think about that.
So if somebody wants to be a speaker, where do they fit into the 2-day, 3-day, and VIP?
That's the cool thing. They have a choice of 2 or 3.
So they can decide if they're a speaker, how much they want to pay to come in. Yes,
we are a pay to play. And the reason is because we're going to give you so many deliverables. We're about to be delivering to every speaker some reels of when they spoke and everything. I'm in the back end. I'm just tweaking things before I get it to all the speakers. I've already sent Shiraz his. I don't know if you saw on my socials. I put Shiraz up on his testimonial. I'm just edging things out a little bit so it looks a little better when we do share it with you. So Emily, you'll be getting yours. Monique, I already started working on yours. As you saw, I did a little bit of a thing here for you. I'm going to throw this back up. Take a look again, everybody.
Who wants to be the kind of speaker that people feel long after the words are gone?
Did you
And
put
that wasn't in that
Shiraz's
order, by the way, right? It wasn't in that order. I flipped things around a little bit.
Did you give that to Shiraz on his LinkedIn? There's Shiraz.
I didn't give him this video because it's not for him, but I gave Shiraz his. So yeah, I'll make sure that I'm going to tag you on everything, Emily, on LinkedIn.
So Sifu, I'm going to chime in about something very important because I already know what's going through people's minds if they're watching this live or the replay based on one thing you said.
Yes.
And sometimes it's one thing that we say that holds somebody up in the
Yes,
waiting room.
I know what you're saying. Got it.
They hang out in the waiting room and they overthink and overanalyze, never pull the trigger. They might even critique it behind the scenes and critique it amongst other peers, because in their mind they're like, I'm not doing that, right? So let me just address that one thing right now. For those of you who are out there and thinking, oh, he's charging for me to speak on this stage, pay to play, I'm out, just, have a nice day. I'll I'm sure it's going to be a decent event. But yeah, I'm not going to do that, right? So I'm just going to address that very quick. I'm not going to do a full dissertation, but I could do like a whole hour or longer on this one topic alone. But what I could tell you is, in my opinion, now you can take it or leave it. I'm not the guru or the master splinter in the space of paying to play, and defending it. I'm just telling you from my experience and from what I know and from the mentors I've had in my life, and I've had many the mentors, I can tell you very simply, the people who don't want to pay to play, in my opinion, there's anywhere from 2 to 3 things that are really holding them back. There's a long scroll of reasons why, but I'll give you the main 2 or 3, right? The first one is pride and ego. Pride and ego. I'm too good to pay to speak on a stage. I'm not going to do that. Like, it's just it's a prideful thing and an ego thing, number one. In no particular order, just the 3 things that I see all the time. The next one is, there is this, I'm not going to pay to play because I don't even know if I'm going to convert from that room, right? I don't even know if I'm going to make money from that room. So for me, it's going to be a loss versus a positive thing for me to have to pay to get on a stage. So I'm not sure if I want to do that, because they already know in the back of their mind, without them vocalizing it out loud, that they're not going to convert at a level that's going to be worth their while if they're paying to get on the stage. So that's the second thing. So for them, they're saying between the flight and the hotel and whatever I gotta, the meeting after the meetings and all these different things that I'm gonna have to come out of pocket, then I gotta pay on top of that to speak too. That's just too much, right? And then the third thing I can tell you is simply, they're thinking it's sabotaging their pay me to speak trajectory, right? Like, if they're paying to play, they're thinking, well, if I'm paying to play and it gets out there that I'm paying to get on the stage, why would people pay me to get on the stage because I'm sitting here paying to get on the stages, right? So it's going to contradict what I'm trying to achieve, and I'm trying to go into the paid model, not into the pay to play model, right? So I can tell you, and just in a quick sentence here, very simply, my whole thing is, if you want to get paid to speak, awesome. That's a great goal. And I think you should aspire towards that. And that's awesome. But too many speakers don't have enough speaking gigs under their belt to deserve to be paid to speak on the stage. They just want to do it because they know that's the thing to do. I want to get paid. I want to get paid. I want to get paid. Well, how many gigs have you had? Let's just ask that question. The second question, let's ask, how many videos do you have of you actually speaking on a stage? How many professional pictures do you have of you speaking on stages in front of audiences? Let's see your portfolio. What does that look like? Okay, and just like credit, people apply for credit, but they don't get the credit unless you have the credit, right? Same thing here. You got to have the certain amount of stages in front of you in order to be able to say, hey, I can apply now for these other gigs. But the problem is, too many speakers are trying to shortcut the shortcut, right? And when you shortcut the shortcut, you short circuit. So the idea here is, understand that there's a process. There's skin in the game you got to put, right? For me, I will never stop paying to play. I will never stop paying. You know why? Because I understand that if I pay, I'll give you an example. I paid $5,000 to speak in Jamaica at a mastermind event. You know how many people are going to say, I'm not going to pay $5,000 to speak at an event like that? But I paid $5,000. And can I tell you something? I made like 25,000 or more from that event. I forgot the number. It's written down. I have a spreadsheet of that. That's another golden nugget. Track your stuff. I made like 25K plus on that one event. That was kind of intimate. We're not even talking about a bigger event, right? Same thing. When I spoke in Santorini, Greece, I made easily $15,000, $20,000 from that, and it cost me $5,000 to go, right? And I can tell you event after event after event after event. So the key is you have to learn how to sell without selling from stage. You have to learn the art. It is a fine art of how do you sell without selling, And you also have to know how to build relationships, and you have to understand the value of paid stages, right? There is an endless list of these things. If you do it right and you understand how to leverage it and you understand how to get ROI, you will never, ever again say, I'm not going to pay to get on the stage. I found the people who do that sabotage their speaking journey, and there's no reason to do that. There is too many blessings, too many high-level pieces of ROI that come from the paid stages. You just have to know how to leverage it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, reach out to me and I will help you.
And Jose is the bullet train of momentum. But I do want to add to that, as somebody who did pay to play on this one, it is about the goal. My goal, as he knows, because I was in his speaker school with Brandon Godoris, is to be a world-class speaker. You don't get to be a world-class speaker unless you're around other world-class speakers, which means you're going to pay to play. And there's nothing better than when you go and you're surprised because you get invited as a speaker to get taken out to dinner by Sifu at a beautiful restaurant, and you meet your sister, Monique, who's there, and you get to be there in person with another speaker who happens, I didn't know this, but who is the sponsor. And all of a sudden, magic is happening. I wouldn't have had that experience. I wouldn't have had that connection. I wouldn't have started that beautiful relationship if I hadn't paid to be on stage and get better and get the deliverables and get special things and get the meeting after the meeting after the meeting, which, by the way, is very interesting in the New York Mastermind Experience.
I've got to say, to pick back off you, Emily,
Jose, because I'm going to chime in after.
Yeah, really quick. So Emily, I've got to say, to piggyback off what you just said very quickly. I'll give you an example. Person A and person B. Person A is you, Emily. You paid to get on the stage, right? Like I have and like many people do, right? And person B is the one who's not willing to pay for that New York City Mastermind Experience speaking spot, but they're waiting for their paid gig, right? So there's two people here, A and B. You walked away with professional pictures, videography of you speaking, with things and assets that are going to produce more, with flyers promoting you all over social media, saying, oh, look who's on the speaking circuit. Look who's speaking here. Look who's speaking there. LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. It's floating everywhere. You were on our website. You are getting talked about. You added so much value to the room. There's people in the room that now know you at a higher level and see your authority and influence because you spoke on the stage. And in addition to that, you can now say, hey, I shared the stage with an 8-figure earner, Dan Sikowski, right? I shared the stage with 8-figure earner, Dr. Martha Razzo. I was sharing the stage and I spoke on the same stage as a Grammy-nominated opera singer, Monique, right? McDonald. I shared the stage with, Jose, Lancelot, and Sifu. Like, you can say things that this other person over here. Now, while you are getting all those things,
yes,
this person over here is waiting for the paid gig.
Yes.
And if you compare a person who's waiting and the person who pays for 5 paid stages, this person will beat this person every day of the week. I promise you that.
Bullet train, baby. Momentum.
I got to say, proximity is everything. And you said it beautifully, Jose. You said it beautifully, Emily. Had you said, this is not for me, you would never have been able to meet Monique in person. You would never have been now able to say she's my sister. You would never have been able to say she guided me and I made over 10 grand in a day. And it was because you said yes to coming. And yeah, you paid. Guess what? Let me ask you a question. It costs you a certain amount of money. Would you have paid double or triple that to get what you got out of it?
I don't have enough experience to answer that question. I thought it was a good price point. I think it was a high value for the price point. And I don't have enough. I'm just being honest. I don't have enough experience on enough stages to say it was worth 2 times or 3 times worth that, because I'm very careful about money. I'm a single mom. Gotcha. So I don't put my money just anywhere. I'll tell you that it was worth it and I would do it again. And the silent the silent other sister in the room is Martha, and Martha and I are going to do work. She's in Chicago. She's 6 hours away, and she's my Mexican sister. And we've already talked together. I'm going to help her authors. I'm going to be doing breath work with her authors so that they can write better stories, be nice and clear. That relationship, again, sitting next to her, another speaker, talking about our commonality. We're like puzzle pieces. I'm good at what she's not good at, and vice versa. And together, we are a dynamic duo. So these things don't happen unless you get in the room.
So I'm going to say what you just said. You are still building your net worth because you showed up. So it's definitely worth a lot more than you actually paid for.
Yep.
The other thing I want to share with everybody is that we don't want speakers, and I'm going to say it out loud. We don't want speakers who are too good. They just come in, do their speech, and they leave, because there is no connection. We don't want that in the New York City Mastermind Experience. It's called a mastermind for a reason. It's called an experience for a reason, because people need to network together so they can build that net worth. So therefore, if you're a speaker and you go, oh yeah, I'm going to do 5 gigs this day and you guys are going to be one of them, and I'm just going to come in for 30 minutes and leave, go to the next one, please. Go to the next one. Sorry.
Sifu, I must correct that. Nobody is too good. I don't think. The interesting thing about speakers, at least in my perspective, is that everyone has a different personality. So you might be too good for this kind of audience, let's say just business audience. You're probably really good for entertaining, but there is not such a really good speaker. And when you get to think that you're a very good speaker, you have already failed, because we're evolving human beings. We're growing, we're becoming better. And the only way you become better is by constantly speaking, knowing different personalities, doing the reps. Like and when you're working out, you got to do the reps, and in order to do the reps, you either pay or you get paid. But like Jose said, you need more of those speaking engagements throughout the year.
Mm-hmm.
I have a friend of mine who pays $25,000 to speak. $25,000. Can I tell you the revenue she makes from the $25,000 that it's an investment, and she is on stages all over the world. Now, some of them, because she started paying that much, sometimes she doesn't have to pay. Sometimes they're paying her 50 grand to speak, but she was never afraid of saying, here's 25 grand. And sometimes she had to borrow and beg for that because she didn't have it, but she knew that her investment was worth it. And right now, she's literally all over the world, and she's speaking with some of the most incredible speakers that there are. And she's rubbing elbows. She's going to dinners with them. She's doing all these things. But it did not happen for her if she did not get in the game, like Jose said. And she will continue to pay, but she's a well-paid speaker now.
And it gives you a bigger impact. Most people go into speaking because they want to make an impact in the world. So this is part of the journey of you being somebody who makes an impact in the world. It's part of your path.
You want to hear something wild, like an extension of what I was saying earlier? Very interestingly, because I always ask questions. I'm really good at asking questions, because I think half of the battle is asking the right questions, right? So John Maxwell has a book all over that about questions. So, and I have found that a lot of the speakers who pay for a stage and then they complain later and say, well, I paid and I didn't really convert anything. I always have a follow-up question to that. And I ask them, what exactly are you selling? What exactly is your offer? Because I didn't really gather anything from your talk in terms of the next stage of what is next, right? Because as a guide, you want to guide people to the next step, and people need to be told what to do. Your next step is this. Connect with me on this for this, right? Whatever it is. And there's a way to do that, which is called selling without selling, right? And when I ask and I deep dive, and I'm sorry if the kids are crying in the back, they're waking up right now. So if I ask for a deep dive in terms of questions, and I'm like, so what exactly are you selling? it's amazing how most of these individuals that I talk to don't even know what they're selling. They're like, well, about that, I'm working on my course. It's not ready yet. I'm developing this. I'm working on it. It's not ready yet. I am thinking about launching this, but it's not ready yet. And most of these people don't even have something to sell. So I'm like, of course you're not going to get ROI because you're not. There's nothing to sell, right? You're speaking to build your authority, and that's cool. And there's a price tag to that, right? A, you're not a professional speaker yet, in the sense of getting paid all over the world, and B, you have nothing to sell. So there's a price tag to that journey. Just like getting a college degree costs you money, you're getting a degree in speaking, and that costs you money too along the way, right? So hello, is it me you're looking for? I'm just kidding. That's a great song. My point is just very simply that is like, as you're doing this journey of speaking and paying to play, which is perfectly normal, acceptable, and in my opinion, it's something you should do, is very simply, what are you selling? You have to have the product and or the service to then have the possibility of making ROI. Because I can tell you right now, a lot of us don't even connect the dots, and we're like, oh my gosh, he's right. I don't even have anything to sell.
I'm gonna.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. I'll go after you.
Just that, when we're measuring ROI, most people measure it based on what happens directly after you've spoken. And we forget the ripple effect. We forget, there's some ROIs that are immeasurable, like Emily and I meeting, like Dr. Martha and I meeting. Jose and I met in that place where you spent $5,000 to speak, and now I'm his client, and I got to be a part of this amazing event. We don't realize the ripple effect that happens, and the ROI. You may have spoken and somebody heard you, and they sign up for one of your courses a year later. Sometimes it's hard to measure, especially if you're waiting for immediate results. The energy doesn't flow that way. Once you've been in an experience like this and you've paid to play, you're telling the universe, I am in. And the universe always responds with ROI, whether you can measure it or not.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. So Jose loves to ask questions. So I know you have this book, Jose.
I do not. Wow, that's a good one.
What?
Okay.
Get out of town. I have a book you don't have. I think I got to go. I'm going to find a way to clap with both hands. Are you kidding me? Jose, you need to pick this up. So the Dan Sullivan question is, if we were having this conversation 3 years from now, what would have to happen for you to be successful today, right? So think about it, right? If we were having this conversation 3 years from now, are you a professional speaker getting paid, getting high, traveling all over the world? What would have to have happened for you to be where you are today? So maybe part of that would have been that you need to come to Tampa. Maybe it means that you have to come and be part of our community. Maybe you need to meet Monique in Ireland, or Deborah in Chicago, or Mary in Atlanta, or Theo, wherever it is, right? And I may be saying names that you're like, who are they? We haven't met them yet because they're coming. So I am programming my mind that I'm going to meet so many incredible people who I have not met yet, but they're going to be coming to our events because the growth is real. What's happening next is Tampa, but Tampa is not the one and done. After that, we're going to Ireland. Raise your hand if you're coming to Ireland. Okay.
Hey,
Raise your hand if you think Ireland is too far away. Oh, yeah, you got to get on a plane. Guess what? Unless you're going to swim there. But some people could, just watch out for the sharks. So along the way from Tampa to Ireland, we're going to go to Atlanta, We're going to go back to New York. We're going to go to Dallas. We're going to go to so many places where we're going to have incredible people that you will meet. And so the important thing is come and be part of our community, because you're going to meet people. Even if you don't go to the event, you're going to meet them online, because we're going to bring them and share them with you. One of the things that God has told me is don't be selfish. Share your gifts. And you people, I'm looking at 5 of you. You guys are what God has given me. So thank you for you.
And I'm going to add one last thing as we're coming to a close. The Connected Leaders Academy, when Sifu is talking about the community, the Connected Leaders Academy, it is definitely more than a networking group, because I've been in networking groups before.
Mm-hmm.
I was the president of my BNI chapter. I know what professional networking looks like. And this is connected the way that family is.
Yeah,
That doesn't mean you agree with everybody in the room. That means you only agree that you're family and you support each other. Leaders, the people who step out first. I have wolf medicine. I step out first. That's the warrior in me. I'm clearing a path for the people behind me. The academy part is that we are lifelong learners. The people in this community are dedicated to always getting better. Diamond sharpens diamond. We're always getting better. Nobody thinks they're perfect. They're looking to become better at every aspect of their life. And here's a group of people that are good at helping each other get better. Connected Leaders Academy is not a networking group. It is a family dedicated to achievement together. We're all getting there together. So that's my plug for the only networking group that I'm part of, this one.
That's it.
Wow, wow, wow.
I gotta say, Dan is coming to Ireland, by the way. Dan Callahan is coming to Ireland. Dan, we'll have to have a conversation, of course. Either you and me, or you and Jose. We need you in Ireland, everybody.
So two things.
Don Callahan, looking forward to meeting you.
2 things. Number 1, it's Don, not Dan, but close enough.
I'm sorry.
I know he's thinking that way, and it's Don, so I'm just voicing it for him. But number 2 is and he's amazing. Don is amazing. So I'm excited to discuss that, Don. And secondly, Emily, my goodness gracious, thank you so much for that completely random, impromptu Connected Leaders Academy testimonial. I greatly appreciate it. You are family to us. As you know, we're a family. And I wish I could just put you in my backpack, whenever I have conversations with people about CLA. And then if they're like, let me think about it, then I'll just unzip it and you come out and say what you just said. And then hopefully it'll make a difference. But I really appreciate it. And you're amazing. So just honored to be in your world as well, equally. And as you know, a rising tide raises all ships, and you make me better, you make the community better, as it's vice versa, right? So thank you.
You're welcome. Send them my way. If they're having second thoughts, if they're on the fence, send them to Auntie Atlantis.
Cool.
So let's talk about the meeting after the meeting, because it's going to happen in Tampa too. So one of the things, and I wish I had the video up here so I can share it. This is where I guess people let their hair down, right? People get more comfortable. People really get to connect. And that's something that happens at the New York City Mastermind Experience. And I first started experiencing that when I started going to events with Jose. And then we said, wait a minute, there's no way we're not doing that with the New York City Mastermind Experience. And so many times people don't realize that is gold. That is gold, because that's where true connections happen. That's where collaborations happen. This is where people get to meet. This is where you get to sit next to somebody who is not. And this is why I love the fact that we're only bringing speakers who are going to be part of the whole experience, right? So think about Emily sat with 2 powerful women that she normally would never have sat with unless she came to our event. So this is the power that the meetings after the meetings happen, or the dinners for we have a speaker only meeting that is powerful. And let's get into the room, people. Tampa is calling you. Warmer weather.
Can't be colder.
I
It
love
could
that,
be.
Sifu, and it
We're not going to
reminds
Alaska.
it reminds me of something Jose Escobar said to me. You never know who you're seated next to. So when we all showed up at that lovely restaurant for sushi for the speakers, right? I was like, oh my God, this Martha person, because I didn't know you were a doctor. This Martha person is so amazing. Her energy's like a fireball, and every time she speaks, she makes me smile. I can't wait to find out more about her. And then she does her talk, and I'm like, oh my God, talk about fireball. I had no idea. But that is the beauty of these kinds of experiences. You never know who you're sitting next to. And it's how you move in the room. There's some people that they don't turn on their fire unless they're with somebody who's important, right? I'll never forget. So I went to a party once, and a gentleman who I was colleagues with, he said, we were on our way to the party, and he said, okay, so tell me, who's important? Who should I talk to? And I looked at him and I said, everyone there is important, and you should talk to everyone. What is that? But right, that you never know, which is one of my favorite things about these events, is that you're rubbing shoulders with people that you don't know who they are and what their story is. And so you show up as your best you, because that's who you are. And then you realize, oh my God, that person who I loved when I didn't know who she was, right, is all that. So it's like you get a beautiful surprise. And when you didn't know, you still got a beautiful gift. So, Jose, thank you for the reminder. You never know who's in the room, but you definitely need to be in the room.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you don't know what important is. If you think somebody who is important is because they earn $40 million, you miss the point, because everybody has a journey, and that doesn't mean that being next to somebody that accumulates a lot of wealth is going to make you happy, healed, wise, wealthy yourself. They might be just good at hoarding money. You don't know. That doesn't mean that they earn your respect.
Yeah. Yeah. And also remember, money is just one aspect of success in life. Success is a culmination of a lot of different components, right? And, somebody could make a lot of money, but be miserable in their marriage, not be a good parent, be unethical, feel lost and depressed and all kinds of things. So money is just one indicator, but it's not necessarily the indicator. It's there's more to it. And it doesn't matter who you're sitting next to or who you're talking to. They could pour into you in ways that, maybe nobody else can, right? And in that particular room. And a prime example of that is we were talking at the meeting after the meeting where I was talking to a gentleman in the lobby that I met with Dr. Brian and Tio and myself, two guys that came in the room. The guy's a multi-million, 9-figure earner, by the way. And we're having this conversation in the lobby, and, he successful. When you look at success, people would look at him and say, "Oh, the guy, he's hit the lottery, right? This guy has achieved it all." Well, that's just one aspect of the money piece. But as the night progressed, we started talking about leadership in the home and the spiritual life, and I have a lot of that going on, and certain things that he was kind of looking for and trying to tweak. So I poured into him in that way, and he poured into me into the 9-figure lens, right? And it's amazing. You just don't know what value people can add to each other. And it's not always about what seems to be the success piece. It's sometimes other things, right? And we all have something that the other person needs that we can pour into that other person. So it's a powerful thing, powerful thought to consider.
I'm going to chime in with that, because a lot of times when you show up and you forget your heart at home, you won't get that. So bring your heart to New York City Mastermind Experience, especially to Tampa, because Martha is already telling all her girls that she's bringing to wear bikinis, and that's not why I'm trying to encourage you to come, but I'm going to tell you.
But you did say it out loud, so now we're gonna go ahead and follow up, since you do have 3 women in the room, and say, I assume that means
it's not about because Jose's coming in a Speedo. Jose's coming in a Speedo. That alone.
And Sifu, right? 40-year martial artist. You're gonna bring your mind, body, method.
If you wear a Speedo, Sifu, I'll bring a Speedo. Okay, let's make a deal.
Yeah, I'll wear a Speedo on my head.
It's not just about the ladies.
Okay, so one of the things when it comes to the Sifu's mind body method, I always say, and just in jest here, because we are having a little bit of fun, is somebody said, man, somebody said this to me at Jose's event, at the CLA growth event that he had. Somebody said, man, you always look so good. You're so well dressed. I said, if you want to see me really good, you got to see me out of my clothes. But, that was besides the point. So, and I said, I only wear the clothes like this so that, not for me, not for you, because it's how it makes me feel. So when I wear a certain type of outfit, just like Lancelot, it's how you feel when you show up to an event. Whether you're going to be wearing Speedos, a bikini, a full dress, slacks, whatever it is, it's how you feel. So you show up in your true, authentic self, because we should never show up somewhere to try to make someone else look at us and go, oh, wow, they're amazing. No, you should look in the mirror and say, you're amazing.
I'm amazing. That's
Lancelot
right.
does set a high bar. I will say, in person, like, that's the only man that I know that also wears sequins. I like to wear sequins. So I know that there's a picture of the 2 of us in our sequins, but I will say right now, Lancelot sets the highest bar I've ever seen on dress. And wow, it is impressive to stand in a room with that man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
This is why we bring him everywhere we go, because we put him in the middle, right, Jose? We put him in the middle and go, we're with him, right? So
You dress how I feel. I try.
You should be charging them, Lancelot.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, he does. He does.
Yeah.
We give him lots of hugs. That's how we pay him back, right?
Yeah.
But think about what everybody has been speaking about, and everybody has been speaking to anyone who's even considering coming to the Tampa event. It's about showing up, because if you don't show up, you won't reap the benefits. And there's so many benefits, and everybody here can talk to you about the benefits of going to an event. Jose and I have been fortunate to run into each other at events that, Jose, you can tell them the story. Finally, he said we should be friends, because it's like I see this guy everywhere, right? So it's how you show up, and then all of a sudden how you become into a relationship with someone. And I think that relationships is truly how we grow. This is why Connected Leaders Academy is so huge. This is why our connection here, all 5 of us, 6 of us, is huge, because we have each other's phone numbers. We can call each other. We can text each other. We can even say, hey, I need a little bit of help with this. Why? Because we all connected somehow. I met Martha at Jose's event. Now, Martha and I did not really stay in touch. But now there's
She's
no
hard to stay in
way.
touch with.
There's no way I'm not going to stay in touch with this spicy girl. And I'm going to tell you, when I say spicy, I'm going to tell you what. She is the hottest spice on the rack, and she's the most used spice. So there you have it.
You are right on the edge. You know, like you better
I'm
watch
aware.
out. You're
I'm
gonna run
aware.
into a feminist who's gonna say, "Sweetie, this is 2025. You can't always talk about women like that. You better make sure they're family."
No, listen, but she is family. To me, she's like my
I'm
sister.
just giving you a heads up.
I appreciate that.
Well,
Martha, you can come back at me.
I don't take it personal. I am a very fiery person. So anybody that gets to know me, find out why he's saying I'm spicy. I am just find out. Get to know me, Martha Razzo on Facebook, and you will never regret meeting me because I will inspire you, I will motivate you, or you will learn some depth that you probably didn't know before. There's a lot in this little person.
That's a fact. That
Good
is
things
a
come in small
fact.
packages.
Hey, you know what? Michael Faber is chiming in and he's kind of laughing. But Michael Faber, we would love to have your energy in Tampa with us. So I'll reach out, or Jose will reach out. We'd love to get you there, brother.
Yeah, we gotta get Michael in one of these rooms. He's overdue. Michael Faber, you're overdue, brother. We're gonna make this happen. And by the way, Dr. Martha, I can tell you right now, you said like love hate kind of thing. If you have anybody who's hating on you or somebody who doesn't come across polite or just wants to distance himself from you for whatever reason, I can tell you it's nothing to do with you. It's the fact that they're just intimidated by you, right? And because I think that you come across so confidently and with this air of like positivity and like I know who I am and what I'm about, you know who I'm here to serve, and you're just so raw and authentic and real in that space to where for some people it could be intimidating, and that's okay, right? That's okay. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It doesn't mean you're wrong. It doesn't mean you're rude or short or cocky. It just means you're confident, and for some people that's a little bit much for them to handle, and that just means they have to rise up to be able to connect with you at that level. It doesn't mean you have to lower yourself to be able to do that. So FYI.
Absolutely. And that's why I love you, for all of those reasons that might drive people away. Yes, this is what one of my, before I even knew your name properly, I was like, ooh, I love that one.
They love me. This is an interesting thing, and this is just like a side note, and I do want to finish saying something about the experience. When I eat, I always ask for dessert first, and most people will be like, who do you think you are? You just have to know who you are, and I love dessert. And I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna burn those calories because we're going to Tampa. But I just want to say how blessed I am, Sifu, Jose, Lancel. It was an amazing experience, and I love business. The profundity of things that I learned there, it was very profound. What was really deep to me, and this is why I decided to come back, is the family that I built. From the meeting, after the meeting, like you said, we were able to go to New York, experience this together, and then actually go to the bar and not just drink. We were eating and really getting to know each other, and I love that because now I can say I have a family in New York that I can just call and say, hey, I'm here, I want to meet you for coffee. And that's so special to be able to say I met these people for like 2 to 3 days, and I can easily just go and say, let's meet up, let's mastermind, let's grow. And to have those doors opened, you don't get that from just getting on a Zoom with somebody. You get that from going into the rooms, seeing what these people are about from when they speak, and also getting into the next level of room where you travel in a city together, not even know what to expect, being crowded by massive amount of people, and then sitting down and really having those afterthoughts and getting to know each other. I loved it. I want to sign up. I just told them Ireland is not really something I'm interested in, but I told them, do Spain, another country, I'm going. So sign me up for that. But I'll see you in Florida. So if you want to come to Florida, get to know these amazing, massive, phenomenal, impactful people, then see you in Tampa.
And we're going to be doing an event with Martha, Dr. Martha, in Chicago come May. So stay tuned for that. I mean,
I'll be at that one.
New York City Mastermind Experience is blowing up. We're coming to your neighborhood, but don't wait for us to come to your neighborhood. Come hang out with us prior because we're going to be all over. Here's the one last thing I'm going to say before we wrap it up. I love every one of you. And I'm so taken with each one of you. Emily, you call me out. I love that. Yeah, yeah. And Dr. Martha, I got to tell you, running around Manhattan with you was so much fun. And if you guys remember me driving there and driving back, that was interesting too, wasn't it? And somebody said to me, Sifu, you really know how to maneuver this van around, because it was like zzz, 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 zzz. But here's the thing. It was such a pleasure to be with every one of you.
Yes.
That, wow. It was just, the more I think about it, the deeper my love goes for you all. Stop crying, Monique. It's okay.
And if I could say, I think that the thing that really separates us from other masterminds are the meetings after the meetings. And the fact that each time that we do something, we look to make the experience different and unique. And I think it's important that people understand that it's not just about the mastermind, the mastermind experience. It's also about masterminding together as one. People are connecting, and in those meetings after the meetings, really breaking down the barriers and getting to know one another. And like Martha said, that experience in New York City could have been dreadful just because of all the people that were around us. But instead, it wound up being like this beautiful experience, because once we got out of there, we went to another place and kind of debriefed and got a chance to know one another. And those kind of experiences you can't pay for. And I thought that it was priceless. And I came out of there just so jagged and excited about Tampa and what Tampa can provide and bring for us. So I just love you guys, and looking forward to the Tampa experience.
Thank you. 30 seconds on my end, or less, because I know we got to run. But I got to say, Lancelot, Sifu, you guys are amazing, and just truly honored to be able to help put these events on with you guys. And then Monique, Emily, Dr. Martha, you all are powerful entrepreneurs that I'm just blessed to have in my life. And I've got to say, one thing that stood out to me that not everybody will know, because you had to be there to know it, is I saw a whole different lens and perspective of Emily at Land.
Absolutely, Ivy.
The meeting, you pulled out the drum, and then oh my God, and the work that she did and the value that she gave to the room. And it is still being talked about to this day. You don't even realize it, Emily. You probably do, but it's still being talked about today. I just had a conversation the other day about it. And I was like, wow, I had no idea that this was like the Emily. Yeah, so I was just in the conversations I had with Monique and Dr. Martha, and I had some sidebar, more private conversations as well. I'm just floored at the experience that we had.
Yeah.
And Tampa is only going to be bigger, better, badder, bolder, in all the right ways. So we look forward to seeing you in Tampa.
Yes. I just got a text message from Lisa Charles. She goes, "You coming to Tampa?" Yes, Lisa, we're coming to Tampa, and you need to be with us. That's another powerful young lady who moved from New York. And listen, I am just blessed to know you guys.
And Alethea was texting. She's on this call too. Alethea was there, and she was a speaker as well. Who brought a lot of magic.
Speaker, yes. Good morning, Alethea. Alethea, good morning, girl. Yes.
So many powerful speakers we had, and guess what? Look at that one. What? I got to tell you, powerful. God bless you all, and join us again next Tuesday. Every Tuesday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. We go live. Do us a favor. Mark it on your calendar. You don't want to miss these conversations, because there's so many nuggets that come along the way about how to network, how to show up, how to even follow up, because a lot of your net worth is based on follow up. And if you don't know how to follow up, talk to any one of us and we'll teach you how.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Later, guys. Have a beautiful week, guys.
All right. Take care, everybody.
Take care.
Sifu Rafael, last highlight, hope say it's cold bar. Turn it up, let's go. Turn it up, let's go. Let's go. No time to wait. Bass too loud and the vibe too great. Let's go. Full on fire. Every move hit like a live wire. Let's go. Step in, bold. No fear here, just hard to go. Let's go. Lights on blast. We don't hold back. We move fast. Get the flow, we don't miss. Whole room lit like a first kiss. No cap, no stress, no chill.